What's up, everybody? I got a crazy hard hat hair talk for you all. I wanted to talk to you today about communication, in particular, in terms of not just saying yes. I think this sort of mentality comes from being an apprentice. And if you don't understand something, you get like babied in some sort of fashion. And typically it's not being babied, it's like getting yelled at, or someone exclaims that they can't believe that you don't know a thing, don't know something. And so I think it stems from that. But I think what separates someone who is like someone who really cares about the install versus someone who's just a yes man is like someone who, when given a task, like, I'm not gonna say like gives counterpoints, or I'm not trying to say that they like give, like they're trying to be antagonistic with providing something else, or that they're trying to show off that they know how to do something better, but just like giving like feedback, like, are you sure you'd want to do it that way? Because if we do it this way, you know, I think it'd be an easier install and less wire or what have you. So personally, I've had situations in the past where I sort of got put on the chopping block for being the fall guy for something being installed a certain way, when it was not me who decided to run it that way. I was told specifically to run it after a certain fashion, and when it all came out looking how it looked, it was like, this big lighting, all this lighting in this area was done in a certain way, or like piped in a certain way, and then they're like, well, why did we do it this way? Because it uses more wire doing it like this. And I'm like, that's my point. Like, I just did it because that's what I was told to do. And there's sort of pitfalls to that. Like, yes, a lot of people are like, well, the foreman said it's good, so, and then just move on from it. But like, at least covering your bases and like reaching out and saying, hey, there's definitely a better way we can figure out to do this. Like, we can't think of anything better than this. And then like allow, like a spitboard sort of to like occur, so that you can come up with a better sort of like solution to the problem than what's being presented. Because sometimes like a person is thinking a certain way, and you providing a soundboard for like bouncing ideas off of is not a bad thing. Like, there's certainly certain people who, like, if you do give them feedback, like, they bark at you basically, but like there are certain people who you can retrain to actually listen to input, and from that make some progress, not only in other people accepting other people's ideas, but also past that as well. Like, just making sure that we're not doing something dumb, because who's gonna get blamed for something being done in a way that's like dumb? It's gonna be the journeyman, or like the apprentice, and like the foreman's gonna say, well, I told them to do it this way. And at the end of the day, who's the superintendent of your company gonna believe? A foreman who runs work for them and makes a lot of money, or or like a journeyman or apprentice who's only been with the company for a few years, and they don't even, or a year or whatever, what have you, and they're somewhat more seen as expendable, or to a greater degree by a lot, actually. So just kind of wanted to put that out there, like, not necessarily being antagonistic, but like putting ideas out there, like, just to let people know that, like, there's might be a better way to do this, and also also cover your bases, because you don't want to be the guy who ends up being the fall guy because you're just sort of like a yes man. So, and a bunch of people probably be like, well, that's the foreman's responsibility, but at the end of the day, like, there are certain things, certain measures that can be taken to like at least make an effort to do things in the smartest way possible. So just wanted to kind of put that out there and sort of offer some insight into, not just being a yes man and actually thinking about what you're doing instead of just running with it. Because, there are certain advantages to that, but there's also some pitfalls to that. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that and provide an alternative to a sort of culture that is definitely yes man, and you're sort of told to just be a yes man, and, provide some insight into that. Think, you got a brain, use it, be a soundboard, allow ideas to maybe be thought through a little bit more, and to think of things to be done in the smartest way possible. So don't be a yes man. I'll catch you all in the next one. Let me know if you guys have any sort of insight into this, or situations where you have become the fall guy in a situation like that. Yeah, peace. Catch you in the next one.